So they're exploring the new area, and Sakura has been following Scoria around. I cut up this tube for them. Okay, now Sakura's getting a bit braver. But yeah, their enclosure has some new bedding. Hopefully it'll be easier to see them on my cameras, because didn't realize before white snake on a white background, not so good. I was hoping it would make it easier to clean up, but it just made it really hard to see baby girl on the camera. So this is the new setup. Got a lot of their original toys there. We have her little cardboard castle, which if you unpack things, sometimes you'll find snake toys. So this was with my, I think it's called a water pick. It's like a water flosser, and that's what held it in there. And I thought it looked kind of like a castle. I might cut a hole in it or something later, but I took a picture of some cardboard tubes that I made, so they can go in the cardboard tube on either side, which is underneath the hides, and they can go in the little doors there, and it goes in a tunnel underground and up underneath the structure. So for them, it's kind of like this cool little hideout that you can't get in except through a secret door. And this marks where you can kind of see the cardboard tube goes, and there's another little door that's part of the castle. You can kind of see it there, but it's covered, and they really, really like it. They can go in either under here or in here, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a hole that they go in under and through the tube and out here, and they really like that it's covered. So sometimes they'll sit in the tube, sometimes they'll go in this entrance, sometimes they will sit at the entrance and it's not just open, but she's playing in her paper. It's got all her favorite things. I might need to stick that in the corner to make sure it's less likely to roll around. But yeah, at first I didn't have the paper in there, and she let me know she wasn't happy about that. She's like going up and like, something's missing here. Yeah, this is one of her favorite things. But I think I'm going to shove it in the corner before I go. If I had more, she loves this stuff. So I took out some of the things they hadn't been playing with as much, and I'll probably reintroduce those, so then they'll be fun again. You take it away for a little bit, and you bring it back later, and it's like a brand new toy. They play with these every day, so I'm not going to take those away. They use this ball every day. Obviously, they need their hides, and they need fresh water. You're not going to take that away. She loves her paper, and she definitely, she wants more. She's like, I want more. I want to climb higher. I'm thinking of getting some of those egg crates. I have soundproofing foam, and she's had a lot of fun climbing that, but I believe that there's even larger egg crates that have a similar shape. If you, not the part the egg goes in, but the bottom, I mean, if you go and you get crickets, you'll see it's their bedtime. It took me a while to get this set up, so they're like, we want to play, but we're also, this is when we're sleepy. But egg crates, not the part you put the egg in, but the bottom of it. If you ever get crickets, you see that crickets hide in it, but the back side, I was going to see if I could stick up against the back wall, and then she'd have something to climb, because that seems fun. I know some people will get pegboard and make peg things they can climb. See, she always goes where there's glass, and she's like, why can't I go through here? Why can't I get out through here? But yeah, I'm thinking of putting that on the back because I know she loves to climb. Took out the vines for now. I think I'm going to put those back in on the ground because they can be fun to climb in the while they're hanging. She played with it for like a week and then she was bored with it. I know Scoria loves to play with it. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? They're checking out their new it's the same enclosure, but the new decorations in it, the new way it's set up. And You want the water dish to be big enough they can submerge their entire body in it, and having rocks in it helps them feel more secure. So they can hold onto a rock while they're in the water. They don't feel like they're gonna fall down. Yes, I woke you up. I was gonna let her go to sleep, but hog noses are so curious that she is currently fighting being tired to keep playing. I'm not sure if Sakura likes her new area. She's seeing all the places that she can go right now. I like to keep it a little bit away. Like, I know that I need to move the egg back. They've already told me we don't like it. We want to be able to not just see, but go out. And are you going to shove it? Are you going to close the door so I can't look in there? What are you doing, honey? If you want to come out, you gotta come over here. Oh, monorail's on a roll now. Monorail. Monorail snake. Oh, monorail snake fell off the tracks. Whee! So yeah, they're seeing what their new enclosure is. They're memorizing the layout. They're figuring out the tunnel system. Oh, you gonna come out? Yeah, it's the same door it was before. It's just everything is clean. Everything is nice and clean. You gonna go see your sister? Have her give you a pep talk? So yeah, I give them presents all the time, and it didn't really seem like buying them another little thing for the holidays was quite enough. So they got a room decoration, full deep cleaning, and it's a whole bunch of things to explore. She is objecting to the fact that there is an invisible barrier there. We need the invisible barrier, otherwise all of her substrate will fall out on the floor when I open the door. That doesn't mean that she accepts this. She does not like that there is an invisible barrier there, and she wishes she could go through it. She's kind of like a goldfish. It's like, why can't I go through here and fly through the air? So they're having lots of fun looking around. Their curiosity, like, let's see what their tongues are doing. If their tongues are wildly flicking, it means they're having lots and lots of fun. Because it's like, oh, what is all of this stuff? I want to take in everything that's going on. What are these smells? Does it smell like me? And the paper should still smell like them. The cardboard tubes are once, all but one is one I've had in there before. The cardboard, you can't really clean that well, so sometimes you have to replace that stuff. Oh, you already found that tunnel. Good job, honey. Yeah, some of the stuff is the same because you don't want to give them a complete shock. So her tower is the same as before, and the tunnel is the same as before. So she's familiar with that. So if she's just like, everything is too new, this is too scary, she can go in her little tower and go in that tube, and it's exactly the same as it was before, and that'll smell the same as before. The paper they've played in a lot, that should have her smell on it, so it's not a complete shock. You don't want to give, it can be like, it can be fun to explore, but when they have, like, if you go out adventuring all day and you don't have a familiar home to go to, that can be very stressful. Like, have you ever moved or like went away for college? It's very stressful. So you don't want to give them a complete shock. You want to give them familiar elements. And I cleaned everything. I reorganized things a bit. The water bowl is still in the same place. They know where that is. A lot of these toys are very familiar to them. It's mostly a deep clean, and some of the things that weren't being played with as much were taken out. And currently I'm took the plants out. I might bring some of them back in. We'll see. Things don't always go according to plan. Originally I was planning to go full bioactive, but what are you doing? You've gone to the only place that the substrate isn't up to the barrier, and you're complaining. But I did that so you can look out, because you like to lay in your window and look out at me. It is one of your favorite things. I mean, I guess I could get it up to level, but are you complaining? This is how it has been for a while. You know how this is how it works. Yes, that's how it goes. So, I'm surprised Scoria has so much energy. Usually she's just like, I'm tired, I want to go to bed, I want to sleep. She's, when it comes to exploring new things, it's newish. I mean, it's different. It's a different layout. But hopefully there's enough familiar elements that are not stressed out. Like Scoria likes to go, this is a hide filled with wet moss. If she's really stressed out, she can go curl up in there. I kept the same moss in there on purpose because it's not dirty enough to change, but it will smell like it did before. And when she's completely in there, it's a familiar hide, familiar place. Yeah, she's complaining that she wants that pushed away from the wall so she can go out on either side. she doesn't like that it's up against the glass or the plexiglass. I don't know, acrylic. I don't know, whatever this is. Not glass. You're gonna come out. You're gonna come out. And she's kind of stressed, so she's probably not gonna let me handle her. She's like, "This is too much. No, don't touch me. I am busy. I am working. I need to memorize the layout and figure out what's going on." So they're very, very active right now. I might move things around a little bit just when I see how they use it and what works best. I might toss in a different hide or rotate that one. It was rotated before so that the other thing was in the corner and she had a secret. There's a window where she is right now, and I had that in the corner, not shoved against it, but if she wanted a secret exit, she could do that. But right now I have the secret exit up against the paper, but that's also the same direction the tunnel is, so I might turn that, maybe not. We'll see how she uses it. We'll see if she likes to lay in the doorway and look out or what she does. So she's like, I know this tunnel. You can go in your tunnel. You thinking about it? And a lot of the things too with Sakura is if I go toward her to grab her, sometimes she doesn't want to come out. But if she comes to the decision on her own, she's a lot more happy with coming out. Sometimes she's probably going to be like, no, if I offer my hand, but I'll go slow. And I'm not going to go like I'm going to grab her. Oh, she's seeing it and she's thinking, is this dangerous? Like, it completely depends on her mood. And right now she's a bit stressed because she spent the last hour in her carrier. But if she's like, I want to come out, sometimes she wants to come out and cuddle. Right now, I think her main objective is just figuring out what's going on, what is where. And things can be stressful and fun at the same time, like when you're working on a challenge. So this is a little bit stressful for them because there's some unfamiliarity, especially that their home has been messed with. But it's not like something that's going to cause them to go into a seizure. I think that the majority of familiar elements should be fine. If you are doing something like upgrading your snake from a smaller enclosure to a bigger enclosure, you don't want to just drop them right in. You want to put the smaller enclosure in the bigger enclosure, and then they can come out in their own time. And eventually, when they're more familiar with the bigger enclosure, they'll stop using the smaller enclosure. That's the best way to transition them. This isn't a transition. They are familiar with this enclosure. It's just redecorated, full deep clean. Usually I spot clean, but it's been a few months and I wanted to make sure that I caught everything. It wasn't too bad, but you need to make sure that their enclosure is clean, otherwise they can get sick. It's just, you want to keep your pet's enclosure clean. Otherwise it's nasty. And they need a nice, healthy, yes you do, you need a nice, clean, healthy home where you feel comfortable. Oh. I guess the outside is a little slippery. It's not textured like the cardboard castle is, but she'll get it. She's just got to get a grip through one of the holes. Yeah, that's a new toy, isn't it? And I mean, with pets, it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive toy to be a good toy. It can be Oh, are you sticking by your sister? So it helps her too. Her sister is, Sakura's sister is kind of like one of those emotional support animals, but it's another snake. So yeah, she will act completely different if her sister's not around. And right now she keeps going back to her sister. Where's my sister? Okay, my sister's okay. I guess I'm okay. All right, and I'll go off and explore. But as much as I would like to be a support for her, and I am a support for Scoria, Scoria will hear my voice and she'll be like, oh, you said I'm okay? All right, I'm okay. I think she sees me like she would see another adult snake. Like, if you ever watch the Colorado Rattle Cam, even snakes that aren't related, um, they'll they'll look out for the young. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if a snake is an aunt or an uncle, and would the snakes even know? Is there a family smell? I don't know. But oh, there's that baby. Do you want to come see me? You know it's your bedtime. You should be finding a place to go sleep. You want to be held? Okay, I gotta put this away.